Hello students, welcome to today's class on indices. Today's math class is on the topic indices. The term indices, what does it mean? Indices is the plural form of powers. Index means power. Indices means powers. An example is on the board. It says simplify x raised to the power 5 multiplied by x raised to the power minus 2. So in this example, the index of the first term here is 5, while the index of the second term is minus 2. The base of the first term here is x, the base of the second term here is x. To solve a problem like this, we apply what we call the first law of indices. What does the first law of indices say? This first law of indices in mathematics says that when you are multiplying two numbers or two expressions that have the same base, their bases are equal, what should you do? Take only one base, add the powers. Add the powers. And so let's start. X raised to the power 5 multiplied by x raised to the power minus 2 is equal to, we'll take a single base, which is the x, raised to the power 5. That's the power of the first term here. Plus, what's the power of the second term here? Minus 2. Did you notice that before introducing the power of the second term, I first of all introduced plus, because we are going to obey the first law of indices, which says add the powers when you're multiplying two numbers or two expressions whose bases are equal. So we'll continue. X raised to the power 5. We need to clear this bracket here. We need to clear the bracket. Plus times minus. Do you remember your JSS1 mathematics? When you want to clear brackets, you have to multiply. Plus times minus equals minus. In your JSS1, you were taught that when two numbers are multiplying, if they have the same sign, that is, plus times plus is going to give you positive. Minus times minus equals positive. But when the signs are not the same, you are going to get negative outcome. That is, minus times plus equals minus. Do you remember? And plus times minus equals minus. So here what you have is plus times minus. It has given us a single sign here, minus. Do you understand? Then we continue. Equals x raised to the power 5 take away 2 equals what? 3. So that becomes our final answer. X raised to the power 3. That is the final answer for this problem here on the board that says simplify 5 raised to the power x raised to the power 5 multiplied by x raised to the power minus 2. Do you understand? Can we try problem 2, which is example 2? Can we try it? Let's try that. Write a raised to the power minus 2. Here the index is minus 2. Multiplied by a raised to the power minus 3 as an expression with a single index. It is the same thing as simplify these expressions. Do you understand? And because there's multiplication here, we are going to use the same first law of indices, which says whenever you are multiplying two numbers that have the same base, that have equal bases, take just one base and sum the powers. So we have x raised to the power minus 2 here, multiplied by x raised to the power minus 3. It's going to be equal to a raised to the power minus 2 times a raised to the power minus 3. It's going to be equal to a raised to the power minus 2 plus, bracket opens, minus 3, bracket closes. Do you understand? This plus is because we are obeying the first law of indices. Do you understand? And then the next power we're going to introduce, since it's a negative power, we're going to include it in brackets. So that by the time we clear the brackets, we're going to get a single number. and the single sign. So here we have a raised to the power minus 2 plus times minus. The signs are different. When different signs are multiplying or dividing, what is the outcome? A negative. So here we have minus 3 equals a raised to the power minus 2 minus 3. Do you remember in your JSS1 when you studied number line that you were taught something like this? The number line. Here is 0. All the numbers on the right hand side of 0 are positive numbers. Do you remember that? And then all the numbers on the left hand side are called negative numbers. Minus 2 here, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, and minus 6. Do you remember this? And here we have minus 2, minus 3. So we start from minus 2, which is here. Minus 2. And we are told to take away 3 again. Are we going to move to the right or to the left? Here is our starting point. Start. You are supposed to move to the right if you are going to add. But now we are asked to take away 3. So we are going to move to the left. How many times are we going to move? 3 times, because we are taking away 3. So count along with me. This is our starting point because we have minus 2 here. Count. 1, 2, 3 on the left hand side. So here we stop. Where did we stop? Our stopping point here is minus 5. So we'll go back. A raised to power minus 2 minus 3 equals a raised to power minus 5. Do you understand this number line method I use here? In case you do not understand it, you can use this other method. Minus means you are owing somebody. Do you understand? Okay, here minus 2 minus 3 means you are owing your 2 classmates. You are owing one person 2 naira and you are owing the other person 3 naira. On the whole, how much are you owing them altogether? Is it not 5 naira? Yes, it is 5 naira. And what shows that you are owing? The minus sign. Yes, it is not yours. You are still owing. You are owing this person 2 naira. You are owing this person 3 naira. So put together, how much are you owing? 5 naira. And what shows that you are owing? The minus sign. Do you understand the solution? Do you have any question? You can drop your question on the comment section of this video so that in subsequent classes we'll look at that problems that will help us to answer that your question. Do you understand? Thank you, students. That's where the class ends for today.